Top 20 Cannibal Stories by Thomas L. Jackson. Cannibalism is a deeply disturbing and extreme act that has occurred in various forms throughout history due to mental illness, survival situations, war, or cultural practices. Below is a list of 20 of the most gruesome and infamous cannibal attacks in no particular order, including some historical and some criminal cases. Listener discretion is advised. 1. Armin Meyers, Germany, 2001. A consensual act turned horrific. Maiwis posted an ad seeking someone willing to be eaten. Bernd Brandes volunteered. Maiwis amputated Brandes' penis. They attempted to eat it together. Then Maiwis killed and consumed him over several days. He was later arrested and convicted of murder. 2. Jeffrey Dahmer, USA, 1978. One of America's most notorious serial killers, Dahmer murdered 17 men and boys engaging in necrophilia and cannibalism. He kept body parts, including skulls and organs, in his apartment. His crimes were only uncovered after a would-be victim escaped. 3. Albert Fish, USA, 1920s to 1930s. A sadistic child murderer and cannibal, Fish abducted 10-year-old Grace Budd, killed her, and later wrote a letter to her family describing in graphic detail how he cooked and ate parts of her body. 4. Andrei Chikatilo, Russia, 1978. The butcher of Rostov raped, mutilated, and cannibalized at least 52 victims, mostly women and children. He confessed to eating pieces of some victims' bodies and claimed it gave him sexual gratification. 5. Issei Sagawa,
France, Japan, 1981.
A Japanese student studying in Paris murdered his classmate Renee Hartevelt, then raped her corpse and ate parts of her body over several days. He was declared insane, deported to Japan, and shockingly never served jail time. 6. Luca Magnotta, Canada, 2012. Magnotta murdered Chinese student Lin Jun, dismembered his body, and mailed body parts to schools and political offices. Videos showed him eating flesh from the corpse. He was convicted of first-degree murder. 7. Otis Toole and Henry Lee Lucas, USA, 1970s to 1980s. Serial killers and lovers, the pair claimed responsibility for hundreds of murders. Toole confessed to acts of cannibalism, describing roasting victims over open flames. 8. The Donner Party, USA, 1846. A group of American pioneers stranded in the Sierra Nevada resorted to cannibalism to survive. Up to 90 immigrants were trapped by snow, nearly half died. Survivors admitted to eating the dead to avoid starvation. 9. Richard Chase, USA, 1977. Known as the Vampire of Sacramento, Chase believed his blood was turning to powder. He drank the blood and ate the organs of his victims in brutal, frenzied attacks. 10. Alexander Spasivtsev, Russia, 1990s. With his mother's help, Spasivtsev abducted and murdered street children. He boiled and ate their remains and kept body parts in his apartment. Police found decomposing corpses in pots of stew with human meat. Karl Denke, Germany, early 1900s. A respected member of his community, Denke killed at least 30 men and allegedly sold their flesh as pickled pork. Authorities found human meat in jars and bones buried in his yard. 12. Omama Nelson, USA, 1991. A former model, she killed her husband during an argument, dismembered his body, and cooked parts of him in the kitchen. She later claimed she did it to avoid disposal, though some evidence suggested she ate some flesh. Jose Dorangel Vargas Gomez, Venezuela, 1999. Known as the Hannibal Lecter of the Andes, he killed and ate at least 10 men. He said he preferred muscular men and avoided eating fat people. He was deemed insane and institutionalized. Maurova family cult, Czech Republic, 2007. In a horrific child abuse and cannibalism case, a mother and her cult-like family imprisoned and tortured her 2 sons. The family reportedly cut flesh from the boys and ate it. The abuse was discovered via a baby monitor. Stephen Griffiths, UK, 2009. Dubbed the Crossbow Cannibal, Griffiths killed 3 sex workers in Bradford. He claimed to have eaten parts of their flesh and filmed the murders. He told police, "I am the Crossbow Cannibal." 16. Fritz Harman, Germany, 1920s. A serial killer who murdered at least 24 young men. Harman bit through their throats and drank their blood. He sold meat on the black market, suspected to have been human flesh. 17. Alexander Bichkov, Russia, 2009. Claimed to have killed 9 people, stating he wanted to be like his idol serial killers. He admitted to cutting flesh from his victims to eat later. 18. Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run, USA, 1930s. An unidentified killer in Cleveland dismembered and decapitated at least 12 victims, many of whom were partially consumed. Despite multiple suspects, the case remains unsolved. 19. The Alfred Packer Case, USA, 1874. A prospector and mountain guide, Packer was accused of murdering and eating 5 companions during a blizzard in Colorado. He claimed self-defense and survival. He served 18 years in prison. 20. The Ratu Udre, Fiji, 19th century. A Fijian chief believed to be the most prolific cannibal in recorded history, reportedly consuming over 800 humans. He kept a stone for each victim as a marker. For more videos like this, subscribe to CBE TV 248 on YouTube.